Chapter 1. The Echo of a Spartan's Resolve. In the thunderous heat of the 490-year-old Battle of Marathon, the Spartan warrior Brasidas did not look to the horizon for victory. He imagined each footstep as a promise to himself. An ancient annalist recorded that when the Greeks were outnumbered, they stood not for each other, but for the belief that their discipline could outlast any foe. The tale reminds us that true courage begins with a single, unshakable conviction, self-faith to do what is right, even when the world seems to doubt. The lesson that speaks today is simple. Self-belief is the armor that protects us during trials. In an era of instant judgment and relentless comparison, the Spartan's certainty offers a blueprint. Rather than seeking validation, we must build an internal standard of excellence and trust in our own capability. How a listener can put this into practice. At the start of each day, choose one core value, perhaps integrity, resilience, or creativity, and consciously commit to living by it. When a negative thought arises, remind yourself that you have already endured hardships, just as the Spartans endured the heat of Marathon. Write that commitment on your mirror, your phone wallpaper, or a sticky note on your desk. Every time you see it, reinforce your unbreakable self-belief. The conclusion is clear. Like the Spartans, we need not wait for the world to declare us worthy. We declare ourselves worthy. This declaration will amplify our confidence and sharpen our resolve, allowing us to face obstacles with stoic courage. If you felt the Spartans' echo resonate, please like, share, and subscribe for more daily wisdom. Reflective question. When did you last rely on yourself rather than external approval to make a decision? Chapter 2. The Helm of Arjuna's Dilemma. On the fields of Kurukshetra, Arjuna, the great warrior, stared at a line of comrades, his own kin, and the thought of killing them plunged him into despair. His mind was clouded by doubt, sorrow, and trepidation. In that very moment, Krishna, his charioteer, delivered the timeless verses of the Bhagavad Gita that became a compass for millions. Krishna's counsel was a testament to unbreakable self-belief founded on purpose. He taught Arjuna that duty was not a chain but a calling, that surrender to that calling breeds conviction. The message transcended time, showing that when you know why you act, failure fades, and your path becomes clear. In today's life, this insight offers a solution to the paralysis that follows big decisions. When you feel overwhelmed, pause, ask yourself, what is my purpose? What is the long-term impact of my action? By framing tasks in the context of a larger mission, be it advancing the company, caring for family, or championing a cause, you strengthen your internal resolve. Practical application. Write a mission statement for your personal life or business. Every morning, read this statement aloud before you start work. When a setback hits, refer back to your mission. Visualizing the greater purpose will remind you that your self-belief is unshakable in the face of adversity. Conclusion. The story of Arjuna and Krishna reminds us that self-belief is not merely confidence. It is a connection to a purpose that transcends doubt. By anchoring our decisions in purpose, we forge an unbreakable belief inside us. If you are inspired by Arjuna's journey, hit like, share, and subscribe to join the journey of daily wisdom. Reflective question. How can you align your current challenges with a clear, higher purpose? Chapter 3. The Discipline of Epictetus. Epictetus, once a slave, stood on a platform where he could not see the sky, yet he declared, "It is not what happens to you, but how you interpret it that matters." His philosophy was rooted in a disciplined mind, a mindset that differentiates a warrior who is crushed by hardship from one who rises above it. The ancient lesson is strikingly relevant for modern entrepreneurs, managers, and individuals. Control your internal reactions, not external realities. In a world full of traffic jams, market crashes, or difficult coworkers, those who practice such discipline feel less jostled. Their self-belief is resilient because it is derived from a controlled perspective, not from fickle circumstances. Modern application. Each time you encounter a frustrating event, pause, ask, is this within my control? If not, redirect your energy. Set a short gratitude journal, jot down 3 things the past day that went well. Notice how this practice turns focus from what's lost to what's gained. Over time, you develop an inner fortress, your own unshakable self-belief. Conclusion. By learning from Epictetus, we discover that self-belief stems from mastery over our own perceptions. When we accept our limits and channel our energy into what we can influence, external chaos loses its power to unsettle us. Please like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom that empowers your inner discipline. Reflective question. In what areas of your life do you react before you reflect, and how can you switch that habit? Chapter 4. The Quiet Warrior in the Boardroom. The Bhagavad Gita's verse, "You are what you consistently do," has become a rallying cry for high-performance teams. It underscores that habits, not intentions alone, shape our destiny. In a corporate setting, a quiet warrior, a silent leader who acts with purpose, often outperforms the loudest voice. Insight, consistency breeds unbreakable self-belief. When you commit to daily small actions, they stack into a powerful legacy. This applies to leadership, creative work, or personal development. The warrior does not wait for perfect circumstances, he commits to practice daily. Example, you're a product manager juggling deadlines. Instead of scrambling, adopt the habit of breaking your day into 4 focus blocks: one for strategic vision, one for stakeholder meetings, one for analytics, and one for iteration. By abiding this routine, you transform chaos into predictability, reinforcing your self-belief in handling responsibilities. How to apply today? Schedule one uninterruptible block of time each day dedicated to your primary goal, be it learning a new skill, building a prototype, or writing a proposal. Remove all distractions, set a timer, and commit to not break the habit for 30 days. When you see progress, your self-belief will become stronger. Conclusion: just as the warrior's steady march turns war into triumph, your consistent habits turn purpose into success. Consistency fuels an internal belief that you can influence outcomes. If this lesson strikes a chord, like, share, and subscribe for more practical wisdom. Reflective question: what is one small daily habit that, if you commit to it, would dramatically shape your trajectory? Chapter 5. The Unbreakable Self-Belief of the Dual Path. When you merge the Spartan resilience, Arjuna's purposeful action, Epictetus's disciplined perception, and the Gita's consistent practice, you obtain a composite power, an unbreakable self-belief forged from purpose, discipline, acceptance, and consistency. This warrior is not defined by circumstance, but by the internal convictions that guide him. The story of these teachings across cultures underscores a universal truth: self-belief is cultivated, not gifted. It grows from repeated practice of purpose-driven action, control over emotion, and disciplined habit. In a chaotic world, this inner strength remains a constant. Practical takeaway: map your life into 4 pillars: purpose, control, discipline, habit. Assign an action for each that you can start today. By nurturing each, you build a fortress of self-belief that stands firm, whether the wind blows softly or the storm roars. Conclusion: the combined legacy of Greek warriors and Indian sages invites us to create inner armor that no external force can shatter. By embracing purpose, mastering perception, practicing disciplined habits, and ensuring consistency, we become the Stoic warriors of our own lives. If you wish to walk this path of unbreakable self-belief, click like, share, and subscribe for more guidance. Reflective question: which of the 4 pillars do you need to strengthen the most to become a warrior of unshakable belief? Philosophy Spotlight: Stoicism, the art of unshakable resolve. Stoicism is a philosophy that taught the ancients that peace of mind comes from understanding what we can control and accepting what we cannot. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote in his Meditations that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. His disciplined thoughts turned adversity into opportunity. Lessons for modern success. 1. Control the controllable in business. Focus on your actions and responses rather than market fluctuations. By directing resources to what you can manage, you convert uncertainty into a strategic advantage. 2. Perspective shapes reality. Reframe challenges as learning moments. A client's criticism becomes feedback. A missed deadline becomes a chance to refine processes. This shift maintains self-belief even in setbacks. 3. Live according to virtue. Courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance should guide decisions. When decisions align with these virtues, the path to success naturally follows, and self-belief anchors in values rather than outcomes. Connection to the theme. Stoicism's focus on discipline and resilience mirrors the Spartans' resolve, while its emphasis on control parallels the Gita's message of duty. Together with the Gita's call to consistent action, Stoic principles form a roadmap for building self-belief that withstands any external pressure. By adopting Stoic practices, you become less reactive and more proactive, an unbreakable warrior in today's fast-moving world.